Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown and Dunkirk, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives, to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. Hope you're all doing well out there. It's a beautiful morning once again. Gosh, it's not raining, Justin. We broke our cycle of, 10 rainy Saturdays in a row, I think it was. He's good gracious. We could use some rain, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, I hope you all are doing well and enjoying all that we have to offer here in Chautauqua County. And if you're new to Chautauqua County, stay tuned to this show because you're going to learn all kinds of different things that are going on every week. And if you've been watching my show, of course, welcome and good morning. I want to say good afternoon to all my listeners on WRFA 107.9, Low Power to the People. Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, you'll hear our voices and what we're talking about, and it sounds really, really good. I wish I could get their mechanics that they have because they make me sound really deep and rich. Anyways, Jason Sample and Company, thanks for having us. Also, whoever are watching around the world, we do stream live and we welcome your comments. And please leave a like or a comment if you're watching this because we'd love to hear from you. Okay. Now, during the show, as always, if you are interested in giving us a holler about something that's a fundraiser, a birthday, anniversary. We don't get many, but every once in a while you surprise me. Give us a call right here at the studio, live, 716-753-5225. And if you're totally shy and don't want to talk to me, that's okay. But you still want to get your information to us, give us a little message at chautauquasunrise@gmail.com. You can send me a poster, the graphics, or just a little blurb about your fundraiser or whatever else is going on. And as long as it fits within our scope and public access rules, we'll get it on the air for you, free of charge. How's that? All right. Well, the crew's all back from doing the parade in Mayville. And for those of you that were there, I hope you enjoyed the day. It was a fun parade and a lot of new entries this year. Some folks I had never seen before. And Rick Mascaro was my sidekick. We had a lot of fun together. As always, announcing it. If you're interested in seeing the parade and you missed it, it is on YouTube and Facebook. If you go to Chautauqua Sunrise, I did post it there. And also it's on YouTube, and you go to Destination Chautauqua, put Mayville Parade 2022, and it'll pop up for you. And just an hour and 15 minutes, I think it was, something like that. Somewhere in that range. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful day that day. It wasn't too hot, and gosh, I don't even know how many people were there. I will estimate at least 10,000 people along the streets. So it was really a lot of fun. And shout out to the crew. They did a great job filming and editing and so forth. All right. So got that taken care of. Oh, we want to welcome back one of our crew members who took a break from us. Emerald is back on camera. Good morning, Emerald. How are you? Yep, she's waving over there as usual, very quiet. She's not like Justin. Justin likes to yell at me while there she goes. No, she starts. Anyways, Emerald's been with us for, I don't know how many years now. You were just like in kindergarten or something, weren't you? No, you were a sophomore in high school, wasn't it? I think you came on?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and she's now all grown up, and gosh, it's really fun to watch everybody grow. Justin, how long have you been with me? All 8 years? Too long. Okay. Everybody's smart today. All right. And just as all right, camera people, this is my show. Get your own. I want to do an opening statement to kick things off. It's my honor today to welcome viewers from around the world, across the United States, across New York State, across the whole county, because we are in touch right now as we speak with some new friends from the Ukraine that are watching. So Natasha, good morning and good afternoon to all of you. I think it's 4 p.m. for whatever it is, 4:06. And so we're going to be talking about the good work that they are doing over there in the Ukraine and across Europe and throughout the United States. But that's a teaser. So Natasha, we're going to hold up for a little bit, and please, any of your friends or anyone that's watching the show, please leave us a like or leave a comment, because we'd love to hear from you. And later on, my guest is going to have the honor of putting a pin into the Ukraine on our world map, because we do stream live. All right, I want to keep moving because I want to spend a lot of time with my guest, who's anxiously waiting in the green room to come on the air here. So, you ready, Jeff? Here we go. Let's start out with slide 15. Prevention Works is having their chicken barbecue this Tuesday, July 12th. All right, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Chautauqua Mall over there on Fairmont Avenue. Prevention Works, as you know, does great work with folks that have various addictions and other mental health issues. I'm sure this is going to help a long way to keep up the work that they're doing. $14 a dinner. It includes a half a chicken, 2 sides, and a roll of butter. You can purchase tickets at their office. You can buy it at the event itself, but I would always recommend go early, because most of the time these sell out. Cash only, folks. You got a question, give them a call at 664-3608 or 366-4623. Pick up only, so you don't eat there, you just go through, pick it up and go. Again, this is going to be the Prevention Works South County Chevetta's Chicken Barbecue fundraising event at the Chautauqua Mall on July 12th. Okay, now let's go to the Reg Lene Center for the Arts. A sci-fi action adventure in the definitive origin story of Buzz Lightyear, the hero who inspired the toy. Lightyear will be shown on Wednesday, July 13th at 1 p.m., Friday, July 15th at 7 p.m., and Saturday, July 16th at 2 p.m. Sensory-friendly showing. Follows the legendary Space Ranger after he's marooned on a hostile planet 4.2 million light years from Earth. That's pretty far. Alongside his commander and their crew, as Buzz tries to find a way back home through space and time. He's joined by a group of ambitious recruits and his charming robot companion cat, Socks. That's the name of the cat, Socks. That's a new character. Complicating matters and threatening the mission is the arrival of Zorg, an imposing presence with an army of ruthless robots and a mysterious agenda. Lightyear is rated PG and is 105 minutes long. You know, I could read that kind of announcement every week. Sensory-friendly showings are presented with the volume set lower and lights in the theater set higher for patrons with sensitivity issues. Movement around the theater is encouraged as needed for ideal first movie experience for toddlers. Wow, that's pretty neat. Upcoming movies at the Reg include the British mockumentary, say that 10 times fast, Brian and Charles, that's the name of it, Wednesday, July 20th at 7 p.m., and a screening of the 1996 comedy The Birdcage, Friday, July 29th at 7:30 p.m. All right, tickets at the Reg are $7 for movies and $6 for family films, and an additional $1 theater for restoration fees. Got to keep the place looking good. You can go to the box office from 12 to 5 Monday and Friday, and 12 to 8 on Wednesdays, or you can give them a call at 484-7070, or get your tickets online at reglanay, all one word, .com. All right? Sounds like some really fun movies. Buzz Lightyear. Music on the Boardwalk starts Friday up in the Dunkirk area, so we are going both ends of the county. The city of the city of Dunkirk's Music on the Boardwalk starts this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. and Lakeshore Drive end of the boardwalk. At the Lakeshore Drive end of the boardwalk. All right, sponsored by Chautauqua Federal Credit Union. This weekly Friday series will continue through August 26th. So obviously this week is already done, but I want you to know what's coming up. So here's the schedule for, hold on a second. I don't know what that word means. All right, July 15th, Cosmic Cowboys. Why did I get that name? July 22nd, Footsteps. July 29th, Iron Sky. Unplugged, which means they're going to go acoustic. August 5, Bill Ward, our good friend. August 12th, Cosmic Cowboys are coming back. August 19th, Slim and Red. Red is also on July 15th. All right. And August 26th, Footsteps return. The Boardwalk Marketplace merchants are Campy's Pizza, Chai's Chocolates, say that 10 times fast, Off the Hook, Papaya Arts, Shorty's Kitchen, Spike Daly's Irish Pub, and the Treasures by the Lake. For more information for any of these events, give them a call at 366-9886. So Friday nights, it sounds like lots of fun from 4 to 7. I've been talking to you all about this every week. Music is just blown right up. It's everywhere now. So get out there and enjoy the music. Now, I got a special announcement here. This has nothing to do with Dunkirk. We're going to go back now to Jamestown. My personally good friends, the 10,000 Maniacs. Listen to this. Please join Mayor Eddie Sundquist on July 18th at 11 a.m. at the North Main Street City entrance, where there will be an unveiling dedication of a new sign honoring the 10,000 Maniacs in the city of Jamestown. And it's true, Jeff Erickson and Steve Gustafson from the band will be attending. How cool is that, to have your own honorary sign in the city? 10,000 Maniacs have been around for over 40 years, and they have been ambassadors from Jamestown, Chautauqua County all that time. Good on you guys. Congratulations, and I am jealous. Okay. Well deserved, guys. Both Steve and Dennis have been on the show, and actually Dennis was instrumental in hooking up my show with the radio station years ago. So we've had some good friendships and connections. All right, this is from the county level. Events this weekend. All right, now I gotta make sure I get my dates right here. Sometimes I get things that are already done. All right, July 9th. These are both for today. Ready? Here we go. Jamestown Walking Tours, the Fenton Building and Grounds, from 10 a.m. to noon at the Fenton History Center. And we're on Washington Street. You can join Dr. Tom Greer, director of the Walnut Grove Archaeology Project, for a behind-the-scenes architectural tour of the 1863 Fenton Mansion and grounds. The tour includes stories and information not included during regular tours and explores areas of the mansion that are not shown to the general public. Secret passageways, maybe. The cost is $10 for the general public, $5 for members of the Fenton. Children ages 17 are free. Sounds like a good time. If you're interested today, you can give them a call for more information at 664-6256. Moving along. July 9th, today, Little Explorers, Colors and Patterns in Nature from 10 to 11:30 a.m. at the Audubon Community Nature Center. All right, so after the show, you got to hurry, or if you're listening to me on that side of the county, you can get over there at Riverside Road in Jamestown. Children 3 through 8 and their favorite grown-ups will learn about the way animals use colors and patterns to survive, find mates, and attract pollinators. Cost is $8 for the general public, $6 for Nature Center members. All right, and then this one's happening. Oh no, this is at night. Moon paddle tonight. Full moon paddle from 7:30 to 11 p.m. at Long Point State Park. I think this is new. Over in Bemis Point, join Evergreen Outfitters for an evening paddle and see a beautiful sunset in rising moon over Chautauqua Lake. It's going to be a beautiful night. If you need to rent gear, the cost is $25 for a single kayak or $35 for a tandem or canoe. If you have your own gear, the cost is only $5. Give them a call at 763-2266. 763-2266. Full moon paddle. We did something similar. We did a horseback ride on a full moon one night through the woods. That was very interesting. So I bet this is going to be beautiful. All right, and finally, we're going to take you up to Buffalo. I know. But we're going to announce that they're having at the Opera House, which is doing a benefit for Feed More of Western New York, which affects us here in Chautauqua County as well. They have Christmas in July, and I understand Santa Claus is going to make an appearance. I don't know if he's going to come in his Speedo or what how he's coming. But anyways, he's in his off season. Oh, he is. Look. I just realized he is in like a little bathing suit there. For those who can't see the graphic here, July 23rd through the 24th. If you need more information, it's 939-2337. I'm hoping to take my family up there and some of the little kiddos, and should be a lot of fun at the Opera House. And if you haven't been there, it's really a cool venue. Lots of live music as well. So good on you guys for supporting Feed More New York. All right, we're going to take a little breather. We're going to be right back. Please, this is going to be a show that I think you're going to find extremely interesting. Stay tuned.
Welcome to FNEP, where you will find supportive
and knowledgeable peers who will empower you
to plan and create affordable
meals and nourishing snacks
that balance variety and convenience while keeping an
eye on food safety and learning to move more. Whether online or in person,
connect with us today.
We were just commenting about cartwheels. That's not in my wheelhouse. Okay, my guest has been on the show in sort of like a small role in the past, but you're going to be the star today. I want to welcome back to the show Stephanie Stevens, who is the executive director of the Westfield YWCA. Did I say that all correctly?
Yeah, well, it's YWCA Westfield, but either way, yes.
Okay, close enough.
Close enough, yes.
All right. So, her mic is on.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. Hold on, we're going to, okay. Do you want it to, we're doing a little technical change here. Raise it up a bit maybe? Okay, very good.
Is that better?
How's
Yes?
that, better? We want to make sure, more better, okay.
Better, okay, great.
I just follow the rules here.
That's okay,
Thanks,
me
Jeff.
too.
Okay. Where was I? So you were here with the Rotary, and I think you were here for something else. I can't remember what the other thing was.
Yeah, we were doing...
Twice for Rotary.
Yes. So it's for the grant through Rotary.
Right, the Alzheimer's and
Yes.
caregivers and things like that.
Right.
So, Stephanie, you and I are on two boards together as well. I mean, it's sort of like, I didn't know you like up till a year ago, and all of a sudden now here we are on TV promoting a bunch of things, and also we're on one's a county board. What's the other one? The other one?
The Community Foundation.
And that's a foundation board, but I mean,
yes.
it's two different entities, but
Right.
it's really, really cool to see you here today. How I don't know that much about you other than what we've chatted a little bit about before in the show. So, elevator speech. Who is Stephanie Stevens?
Well, I'm from Fredonia, went to Fredonia High School.
Okay.
Then career-wise, I worked at The Observer and the Post-Journal and WDOE. Dan Palmer, my favorite guy in the world. And then I opened my own business so I could be home with my kids. And I opened the Wiggle Room, which was a group family childcare business.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I had 12 kids all day long.
Holy mackerel!
Yeah, 12 kids,
12.
4 after school. But I met some of my best friends through doing that, and it was wonderful to be home with them.
How long did you do that?
How long ago? About
How long did you do the Wiggle Room?
13 years. Yeah.
And you lived.
And I'm here to talk about it today.
Wow.
But I've been going to graduation parties for these kids now.
It's pretty fascinating, isn't it?
It is, and I just stare at them like, no, you can't be this old, But I guess that means I'm that old too. But we won't mention that. So I did that, and then I got into freelance work. So I worked on. It's called Upwork, and I worked all around the world, really. I worked with somebody in Australia. I worked with somebody in Texas.
But you never left your house.
No, I never left my house.
It's amazing.
I
The
did
world
that
we
for
live in.
3 years. Yeah, I worked for a tech company, which I worked for him the longest, a tech company in Boston, who was doing Loyal Tax, which is like the Uber of the tech world. And then, I decided I want to get back out in the public again and in the community. And that's when I started at the Y about almost 4 years ago now.
That doesn't seem possible because I remember they announced, that you were part of the Y. And this is going to sound weird. I'm not a stalker, but when I see people that I want to know more about, I have an Excel spreadsheet that I keep track of our schedule, and I'll put people's names. And your name was on my list for a number of years.
Oh, good.
Because I thought, I need to kind of get back to it because I've had people from the Y here over the years.
Right.
And but then you came through the Rotary, so your name came up.
Then it came up.
But I still have a list of folks that I still got to get to.
Good.
So you're with the YWCA, and so I decided, as a good host, I should probably refresh my mind about what the Y is. And I didn't realize that the YWCA no longer does the Young Women's Christian Association. That's gone away. It's just YWCA Inc.
Yes. Well, yeah. That being, so we are all inclusive of every religion, of everybody. So it's not just Young Women's Christian Association. Now it's all the Ys are YWCA Westfield, YWCA Jamestown, and whatnot. Just so we're including everybody,
Now, if my memory serves me correctly, because like I said, I tried to, the Ys are 126 years old, something like that?
The Ys are 160 years old.
160.
But Westfield is 128 years
Oh,
old.
that's what I think I saw, and it was an old post. I think that's why I was off by a couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've been fighting the good fight for 128 years in Westfield alone. And then, USA is 160
years.
So, I mean, I think it's pretty impressive. We're not just this little building on South Portage in Westfield. We've been there for a long time. Our mission is to end racism, empower women, and strengthen our communities. And I'll tell you what, they take that seriously every day, and with everything we do, from building the new fitness center for our community. And
which, by the way, is a beautiful location. I mean, people use it a lot, I see.
Yes. And then we've got our 5 Airbnbs upstairs that are newly remodeled, that seem to be always full and always a good, flow of people going through there.
Well, let me stop you there, because I remember a while back I interviewed somebody from the Y, and they said that you had rooms that people could stay.
Sure.
And I go, what?
Yeah.
This is the 21st century, and people still stay at the Y, and they go,
They
yeah.
do.
But I don't think people know that.
No, it's funny because people don't, but yet we're always full, except in the winter time.
Sure.
But, even during COVID, we were open and we were allowed to be open so people could come visit their families, check on their moms and dads, and but not have to stay in the house with them. So, and it's all self-check-in. You don't talk to anybody. You get a code to get in the door. You
Super.
go up to your room, get a code to get in that door. You don't have to talk to anybody unless, you know, I'm bored and I come, hi, how are you? All that stuff. But, you know, we do that, and then we have our before and after school program, which we just opened last year in Ripley, and it's been in Westfield for a lot of years now. And so we do a lot of good things in the community to help build that up. Our fitness center and Airbnb help support our missional programs that we do that we don't, you know, obviously don't charge for. And even our before and after school program is on a sliding scale. So it's very affordable. So.
Okay. I just got a question. People will post things from time to time.
Sure.
Did the YMCA and the YWCA start at different times and just had their own missions, or why aren't they one? I guess the question was.
Well, because women and men need separate spaces sometimes.
Yes.
And they have different things to work towards.
Issues and things.
Different issues. I believe at one time, and please don't quote me on this, but I believe at one time a lot of them were combined. I know some of them, when I go to conferences and talk to all the 200 Ys throughout the U.S., some of them are still in the same building. And so I think at one time it was, but currently it's not.
I went on the YWCA USA site the other day, and I was pleased and surprised how strong the language was on that site, women's rights, and especially in light of the Supreme Court ruling and things like this, that they have taken a stand. There's no question about it. This is where we are, and I thought that was great. There was a timeline on there that showed women getting into the workforce over in the 1800s and so forth. And, you know, having grown up during the 60s and 70s, which was very liberating for everybody in many respects, but I think especially for women, and it was certainly timely, that it was interesting to see, for me, being a teacher, watching my fellow teachers, women, that they were becoming more assertive and holding their ground as opposed to not those things. And so it's really interesting that y'all have to do that.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that this day and age that we do have to still do that. There's a lot of people that say, oh, well, you already have the right to vote. You already, what's the
more do you
problem?
want?
You know, you can do anything you want. Well, not really.
No.
Not really. It's difficult. Look what happened. Look what happened with, you know, we don't have the choice over our bodies now.
Right.
That was taken away from us, who we thought that would never be taken away. We're
Right.
just progressing. Well, look how things can change instantly, you know?
And I see that, where I was going to go with this, that you have a different title, just executive director of the YWCA Westfield, but you are also the presidente.
Yes, I'm the president of the YWCA.
That didn't take long, did it? Was it?
Well,
Did you have a strong campaign and you didn't have to really fight for that, or it's like?
Can I just say yes? And it was, everybody was after it. And, no. We've got, so I'm the president of the YWCAs of New York State, and there's 19 of them throughout New York State. And all of the CEOs across the state are just wonderful. And so, you know, when I said that, you know, I wanted to run, they were just so supportive. So it wasn't, you know, this like in the regular political world of, you know, it was like, yes, you should do this, you know, and I'll tell you what, it's been just amazing. It's been eye-opening. I think it's so necessary to see what's going on in other parts of the state, other parts of the world. This has brought me into other avenues of being more in touch with the governor's office. I have a meeting with the governor's office every week regarding New York State, which is it's when I say New York State, but it's Westfield. You know, it's New York State. It impacts everybody. So I think that, you know, when you're part of something that you think is small, it's just so much bigger than you know. But it's so important to know every aspect of it, because, for instance, we were on a call, I don't know, last month, and somebody was talking about a grant they got, and everybody was like, "Oh, what is it?" Well, it was offered throughout the entire New York State, but some of us get so caught up in our, you know, all the stuff we do and our kids and all that stuff that it's like, oh my gosh. And the next thing you know, everybody was applying for it.
There you go.
We got it. You know,
Sisterhood.
Yeah. Or, you know, the other day we meet every month and just talking about how are you, you know, how is YWCA Western New York. They are 4 miles away from the Tops. In Buffalo, that the shooting happened. So asking the CEO out there, Jill, you know, how are you doing? How are you handling this? It's just, I think you have to think bigger. Even though you're in a small place, you have to think bigger. There's more going on than just what's right in front of you.
And that's where I want to go with the conversation now. And it's, you've already sort of segued for me in my mind. And that is, so many of these things that we see nationally, locally, internationally, the behind the scenes stuff that we never see on TV. And I'll give you an example. Let's say the top situation. I'm a Buffalo kid, so this really hit home hard. But the aftermath, the relatives, the families, the whatevers, the workers in that supermarket, how that affected the neighborhood when they had to shut the Tops down. All right, now we take any other issue, I don't care what it is, there's always something behind the scenes that we forget about. And so let's chat a little bit about our community. You know, we forget we have poverty here. We have domestic violence, sexual violence against women and men for that matter, but it's primarily with women. And so programs that you provide and all the other agencies, and we were talking about the not-for-profits, we all got to stand together.
Right.
We need to help each other because there's a lot of garbage going on in this world and some pretty good evil that still raises its head more and more lately. I mean, every time I watch the network news, it's like, holy mackerel, what else is going to happen?
Right.
I don't even want to ask that question. So the Y fills in a lot of those gaps, doesn't it?
We definitely do. We do. Even if we don't do it, we find out a way to help. You know, we don't, in Westfield, we don't provide domestic violence counseling or anything like that.
Somebody else does.
But somebody else does. And that's why it's important, like you, I'm on other boards too. The Northern Chautauqua Community Foundation, the Chautauqua County Ethics Board.
That's us. All 5 of us.
All 5 of us, and the Sunshine Fund, which helps families defray the cost of the funeral for the families. Then we partner with United Way, which, I mean, Adam Dulce is just, he's awesome.
That'd be the Northern Chautauqua.
That's Northern Chautauqua. And then we, you know, go into the Chautauqua Region Community Foundation, the United Way in Jamestown. Rotary, of course, Rotary, you know, gave us a grant. I am sure there's so many more that I'm forgetting, but you know.
But it's that networking that is so important in our county.
It is so important, you know, and in Westfield, we make sure, YWCA Westfield, we make sure that we support all of that. So, so for, you know, the Union Relief in Westfield, they had a golf tournament, and we made sure that we are a sponsor and that we supported them, and that I went and, you know, supported what they're doing. We support CASA that come to the table, and we made sure that, you know, we went there and supported them, and so many others that we make sure we're a part of, because I truly believe that, you know, the nonprofit world it's like a body, and if, you know, you don't support one leg off of that body, nobody can move. Nobody can move forward. So I think it's important that we all know what each other does and how we can support everybody, you know, and everybody's mission.
And, you know, we talked on the phone the other day, and my brain just went whoosh. because, and you all will understand here in a second where I'm going with this.
A lot of people say that when I talk to them. Yeah.
Well, I do this quite regularly. But the role of the YWCA locally, we kind of get, because you've talked about it a little bit, and then statewide, and then regionally. But we have a phone call, and let's take that right away.
Okay.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, Doc. It's Mike Felsman from Portland.
Mike from Portland.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I've got to turn away from my television because there's that few-second delay.
Yeah.
I just tuned into the show, so I missed a little bit of it. But I see your guest is Stephanie Stevens from the Y in Westfield.
Yes, sir.
I have actually never met Stephanie, but I'll say hello this morning. Hello, Stephanie. I'm actually a member of the Y, and I have done a couple programs there.
Oh, wow.
But it's been a while. I'm retired, and so I have a Medicare Advantage, which essentially gives me a free membership to the Y.
Excellent.
I've got a little health problem right now, and I have to watch the amount of exercise I do, but that's getting fixed.
Good.
Soon, and so I can get up there and use the gym. So I'm
perfect.
Kind of grateful. Well, I'm grateful for the free membership, certainly, but I will try to get up there in a few months when I'm kind of put back together.
Mike, you brought up a perfect thing that I was going to get to. The Y is open to men and women for exercise, right?
Of
and
course.
Programs
That's part of strengthening our community, literally strengthening our community.
Thank you, Mike, for mentioning that.
You're welcome. And I just want to share just a little bit I heard. I guess, I'm glad there's Randy was telling me there's a young lady from the Ukraine that's listening to the show today. So I'm kind of glad for that. I mean, it sounds like obviously we reach around the world, but I guess, let Stephanie know she reaches to a little town called Portland, which I'm sure she's very aware of.
Absolutely.
And I did want to share your sentiments too, Doc. Like you, I'm a Buffalo boy. I didn't live there as long as you did, but that shooting just hit me so hard.
Right here,
it's just... I don't know, and you're right. You turn on the news, and it's just it seems like there's more of those every day.
Right, but we get up in the morning, we do the best we can, right? Any way we can, and like the things we're talking about today, networking and supporting each other. So.
Okay, well, I will get off the line, get back to the show. But
Mike, as always, thanks for calling. Appreciate you.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for saying hi.
Oh, you're welcome, Stephanie. Hopefully, in the next couple of months, I'll meet you in person.
Well, absolutely. Come and see us. Have you seen the new fitness center yet?
I'm not sure. I can always come up and take a tour, even though I shouldn't use the stuff yet.
That's right.
Absolutely. You can see what you can do. And we've got a new cardio room, a whole new weight room, and there's a lot to offer. So you definitely have to come in. I'm talking to the speaker for some reason. I'm looking
that's
up there.
That's where Mike's coming. He's coming out of the wall.
He's coming from.
That's right.
So
That's okay.
stop in and see me for sure.
All right. Thanks, Stephanie.
All right.
We'll see you, Doc.
Take
Bye
care,
now.
Mike. All right. Well, Mike did a segue for me. So since we were talking, we got a little note from Natasha from Ukraine that says, hello.
Yes.
So I don't know what that is in Ukrainian, but we're going to say hello to Natasha, who is what? What's her role there?
She is the founder and president of YWCA Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was leading up to this, is that when you and I talked, we were talking about the fact that there was a YWCA in the Ukraine, and the work they're having to do that probably was never even on their radar screen a year ago. No. So let's talk a little bit about that, and I'm sure Natasha will appreciate whatever you share.
Sure.
So Natasha and all the ladies from the Ukraine, this is for you. We honor you today.
Yes. So I reached out to Natasha through Facebook, the wonderful world of social media, which if you use it for good, social media is good and it connects a lot of people. I reached out to her as president of New York State and part of USA, WISE, saying, what can we do to help you? Mm-hmm. So we've been talking ever since the beginning. And one of the things that she had said to me is, you know, these are modern women as well. You know, they do all the same things we do. Can you imagine right now sitting like this and bombs going off around you, and people losing their lives, losing their families, hospitals, you know, losing transportation, just everything. It's jarring, and you know, they don't know how to handle it either. You know, it's big. And she is trying to take care of the women and children in her area. 90% of the Ukraine refugees are women and children.
When you say refugee, you mean that they're not in their homes?
No.
They've been dislocated or relocated?
Yep, 90% of them. There are women that are pregnant, and they are having miscarriages because of the stress that the women are going through. Or if they don't have miscarriages, they are having premature birth. Yeah, because they're under so much stress. They can't get the medical
If you just think about that
attention.
for a moment, just think about if anybody was in that situation right this minute here in the States, you would go to the hospital.
Right.
There's no hospital. There's no clinics, perhaps, in their small villages. Now, Natasha was located, her wife was in Kiev. All right, but you said now they've kind of moved their headquarters out a little bit?
No, she just moved, just for safety reasons. But she didn't want to. She's been talking about moving for a while, and she has stayed. And but she just moved out to the countryside a little bit more. She said, you know, even
common sense.
Yeah, she'd be outside with her coffee. We talk about having coffee together, and she'd feel the ground rumbling.
That's unreal.
And you know, I like to bring this stuff up because some people think, oh, it's the war over in Ukraine.
Yeah.
But this is a human. You know, these are that I'm talking to as these things are happening. So, and I know a lot of times when people donate money, they're like, oh, it's probably going to some big executive. Well, it's not. This, for YWCA Ukraine, it is not. It's going to Natasha, who is, so the YWCAs of New York State all decided to donate each $500. Just donate, our board members donated, you know, and we sent just $500, which came to $9,500. But then they kept adding, and it came to $10,000. We sent half of that directly to her PayPal. So, because we were trying to figure out, okay, the banks aren't open.
Right.
If they are, how long are they going to stay open? How is she going to get this money? And PayPal just was the best way to do it. PayPal actually waived their processing fees for Ukraine as well.
Super.
So no money comes out. So everything you donate goes directly.
Do you have a general idea what the money is going towards?
Yes. The last time we sent money over, she said it helped because there are some hospitals. Somebody was in the hospital with COVID, and they were able to, once they recovered, to bring them home and put them in housing. To get their medications, that was one of them. One of the girls is pregnant, and needed, vitamins, medication,
something,
food, everything. So she was able to provide that family with that. Transportation. Some wanted to evacuate, but they couldn't. So they needed gas. They needed the actual transportation. So, so she's really done a lot with everything that's come in, and it's not over yet, though.
So, what's the mission of the YWCA in Ukraine pre-war? What were they doing?
Same thing as we do. The Y's mission doesn't change. It's eliminating racism, empowering women, strengthening our communities, and working together to make sure that this all happens.
Okay. We talk about some tough topics here from time to time. And one of the topics that I have worked with and talked about with Diana Butcher from the Salvation Army about domestic violence, about sexual abuse and violence. You told me that some real atrocities are taking place. with women in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
So can you share some of that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on with domestic violence in the Ukraine. It's these are stressful times. Women aren't even safe in public spaces anymore. Some of them are getting raped by some of the Russian soldiers. Some of them are getting pregnant from rape. And they're not getting any medical attention. There's no services, there's no help for them. So that's what Natasha is working very hard to try to fill in those blanks. We just had a call with Natasha and YWCA Niagara County, and we are talking to Natasha's counselors, and then we had on their domestic violence department, trying to figure out what is the best way to go about counseling these women, because nobody knows, how to counsel them and tell them how to act during a war and the things that they're going through. So we've been trying to work with them on that and trying to figure out who exactly we need to talk to get them help and get them services that they need.
So here in the States, we have those services through our not-for-profit network, and that's just shattered now in the Ukraine, I would assume.
Yes.
And I think I like the fact that you said these are modern women.
Yeah.
So we always see these pictures of certain countries. I won't pick on anyone, but that let's say from the communist bloc. Let's go there. Before that all fell apart, the Soviet. The USSR there, and we always see the women, with the babushkas and or whatever you want to call it, but they're not. These are women just like all the women in our country here.
Yes.
Doing their thing and iPhones and, computers and working jobs, and that's all shattered.
Yeah. It is all shattered. And if you can imagine living your day-to-day life, when I talk to Natasha on Zoom, she's gorgeous. And, her background of her home is gorgeous. And, just to imagine that could all change, right now is just unsettling.
Well, our hearts go out to the folks in the Ukraine. And Natasha, congratulations for being a strong, strong woman in doing the work that you're doing. And this is just a small token, but on behalf of me and the crew, there's a donation that I want to send to the Ukraine.
Wow, that is so nice. Thank you so much. I'm sure if Natasha was on right now, she would be crying.
There's no need to cry.
It is very nice.
Well, it's frustrating. I mean, when we have, I don't know, you name it, whatever, something happens and, people say, well, what can we do? We send money to the Red Cross, we send money here, we send food or whatever. We're a good country. Yeah. We have good people, and I keep reminding people that all the time, is that Americans came from somewhere. My family's all from Europe. So, I've got great friends in Germany and the Netherlands and Belgium. And they're just, I don't want to say down the road, but I get it.
Right.
And to see all this going on, it's horrible. Right. And I get frustrated sometimes because, it just doesn't seem fair that people have to be living the way they're living right now.
No, it isn't fair. It isn't right. But these are things that they have to go through, and that is why we constantly have to look at the bigger picture. And this could happen to any of us anywhere. So, when we have YWCA Westfield, this small little place, I've gotten so many donations already, just getting the word out about it. I got $1,000 from a community member in Westfield. I've gotten $100 just saying we just want to help. And that's our little area looking at the bigger picture and understanding that there's more. So it's good. You can also go to our website, which is ywcawestfield.org, and donate there. And like I said, that goes into our PayPal, and then we transfer it directly to YWCA Ukraine.
So if I go to that website right now, or to Facebook page, is there an indication that says this is for Ukraine?
Yes,
Okay.
there's a button for us, and then a button for Ukraine as well, a page for Ukraine.
So basically a credit card. It's just like anything else. It's like shopping online, right?
It's PayPal, yeah.
Same
So,
thing.
yeah.
And do you have to have a PayPal account to do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
It's because you're donating to you, and then you're moving the money?
Right, yes. So I don't think you have to have a PayPal, but I don't know.
Generally
about
you
that.
don't, but
Yeah.
just in case,
Right.
Or they could drop money off at the Y, or they could, whatever.
We will get it to her. And like I said, it's not, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to donate because I know that it's going to somebody's lifestyle, this big executive that makes all, and that's, in this case anyway, it is not. Everything you donate to YWCA Ukraine goes to help these women. And every time Natasha gets anything, she says thank you, and she says this is what we've been doing. And it's good to know that we can help in a small way. I wish I could be there with her and
Okay.
figure things out.
All right, well, let's kind of move on to a few things here,
Sure.
but let's just finish it up with this. I see that Natasha was online watching, and somebody else from, I believe, the Ukraine. So I want to say, be safe and keep up the hard fight. We're behind you. The United States is obviously behind the folks in Ukraine, and just keep us posted, will you? And if there's anything else that we can do through the Y anyways, okay?
Absolutely.
So we don't have a lot of time left, but I do want to talk about more things that the Y does, because in my various roles over the years, I remember that the Y came to, when I did some substitute administration over at Westfield, at the elementary school, that folks from the Y came in and we were talking about anti-racism. So this is another mind-boggler. I mean, we talked about the women's rights being overturned in the Supreme Court recently, but growing up again in the 60s, I thought we had this figured out. I thought that we were trying to, accept people for who they are, what color they are, what religion they are, whatever, their belief system, and here we are still struggling with racism. So what's the role with the Y? I mean, what can you all do?
We do everything we can for that. It is not gone. It has not gone away. Like I said, people need to look outside of their little area and see what's going on in their community. It goes on in the world. It goes on, and what we do is, we are open. Our doors are open. Come talk to us. Educate yourself. Take the classes. Watch the webinars. Be involved and just think outside your own box.
When you say classes and webinars, what are you talking about?
For instance, I'm part of, it's called Interrupt Racism through the Rochester Urban League, and we meet every other Thursday, and we learn even just little sayings that you're doing. We learn about systemic racism and how far that goes back, and what people just see as normal everyday life is it's not okay. And so that's a big thing of what that you should be doing.
Okay. I know this could be a sensitive subject, but I'm going to ask it anyways. In Chautauqua County, do we have racism?
Yes, there's racism everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And typically we think of racism of color, but it also, going back 100 years, it was nationalities. It was, you are from this country, therefore you are whatever. I know growing up, my mother would say that because she was Sicilian, it was the Dagos, you know, and being part Irish, it was the drunken Irish.
Yes.
And why we do that, I do not know. You get a couple of bad apples and everybody is now marked because of those people. So, and it seems to go on and on. Okay.
And arts and crafts.
Thank you for reminding me of that. Oh, we got another phone call. Hold on. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Stephanie. This is Linda Spalding. Just to say a quick hello this morning, and I appreciate everything that you're talking about, and have a good weekend.
Whoa, short and sweet. All right.
Nice. Hi, Linda.
Hi.
Did you watch the parade?
I did watch. Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Linda, I have
Yep.
to know, are you coming to the Arts and Crafts Festival this year in Westfield? It's our 50th year.
Yeah. I love your Arts and Crafts Festival.
Okay.
I love it.
Tricky. That was very good. I see what you did there. You took my job.
Sorry. Thanks, Linda.
Okay.
Okay.
Say,
Lynn.
I look forward to it. I really do. It's terrific. It always has been.
Okay. Thanks for calling as always.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good at this. So let's talk about that because it is on my list right there, right there.
Yes.
Okay, so one of the things we want to talk again, going locally, and I'm assuming all Ys have some kind of a major fundraiser.
Sure.
Because you can't do it just on memberships sometimes.
No, it's something, we need to do things that can support our missional events and things we do work towards that. So it is our 50th year for the Arts and Crafts Festival. And some of these vendors have been at that festival for all of the 50 years.
Are you kidding?
It's crazy. This year we have 34 new vendors. We have over 150 vendors.
Oh, that's got to be a resurgence of the arts festival because it was dwindling there for a bit.
It was. We also have Catherine Bronstein and her daughter Rachel Willow. They do all of it, and then the rest of my board is wonderful, and they really do it all. And
150 vendors.
150 vendors.
Holy mackerel.
Well,
So what are you going to see at the arts festival? Like what?
So it's all handcrafted. So everything that's there is not just, I'm going to sell water bottles.
Yeah.
It's
I buy this from another place and I'm going to resell it, right?
sell it for double the price.
I made that cup. I made the whatever
Exactly.
cutting board or fabric.
Right. So these, if you walk through, even if you look at some of the pictures we have, we've got the lawn ornaments and we've got the bird houses that are really neat. And then you've got, the fun homemade Christmas signs that it's the Grinch and all of that stuff. And then we've got some who have those slushy drinks that you can buy.
Yeah.
And there's just so much.
So when is it in the hours?
It is the last Friday and Saturday in July.
Okay.
So I believe that's the 28th and 29th.
I'm checking here.
29th and 30th?
Is it Friday?
Friday and Saturday.
29 and 30.
29 and 30. But it's Friday and Saturday, 9 to 6 Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday.
Okay.
There is a shuttle that starts at the Westfield schools. So there's a shuttle because we realize there's not a ton of parking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's both days from the bus garage parking lot behind the schools, and there'll be signs. We also have entertainment. Pat Cook.
Yep.
Yep.
She does Patsy Cline.
Yep. She's both days, 12 to 2 in the gazebo. And Friday, she's going to do songs from Patsy Cline.
See, I know.
Yeah. And
When you're in the biz, you know who the people are.
you're in the, maybe you should get out there and
Actually,
sing
I
too.
played there a number of years.
Did you?
Before you were here, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I probably played it like 5 years.
Wow. Well, you'll have to stop down. Saturday, she's doing Women
That's
of
great.
Country.
I hear she's awesome.
Yeah,
And how appropriate for women and in the 50th year there too.
Right.
So excellent. Great. All right, we got about a minute and a half. So let's see, what else we want to talk about? How about bullying?
Bullying. Yeah.
That's still out there.
That is still out there. So we have, this year we put a program in our before and after school program, the New York State Mentoring Program. And that is, we have someone directly from New York State come in. It's almost like a program in a box. We get the mentor, or they get the mentors, the mentees, which are the kids in our program, and they can talk about anything they want with their mentor, and one of it is bullying. Some of it's COVID and the things they've been through because their household has changed. So that has become a really good program. Westfield Schools supported us in that a lot.
Great. All right, we're going to leave it there because we want to wrap up one more time. If anybody wants to help out the YWCA of Ukraine, how do they do that? And just do a final shout out to Natasha.
Yes, so you can go to ywcawestfield.org, and there is a page there for Ukraine, so you can donate. And like I said, all that goes directly to Natasha. And hi, Natasha.
Folks, that's a wrap for another week. See, they even started the music. I timed that just right, didn't I? Well, you've heard a lot of information today about a lot of different programs that the YWCA in Westfield offers, and throughout the state and throughout the country and throughout the world.
Yes.
So if anybody's interested in getting involved with the YWCA, we recommend it, right?
Yay, yes.
All right. So thanks, Stephanie Stevens, for being my guest today. Again, final shout out to Natasha and all her crew there in the Ukraine, and all the other YWCAs throughout the country and the state for all the good work you do on the behalf of women. Be strong and keep the good fight, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. We're going to do this all again next week. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next Saturday at 9 a.m. right here on Access Chautauqua, Spectrum 1301. I'm Doc Hamels. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.